recording.
All right, producer's out.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to episode 91
Cannot
of
defy tradition.
What Are You Drinking Now here at the office. Tonight,
Great question,
we've been chit-chatting for a while, but I think it's time to open our beers for the show. For me, my palate cleanser is Teach's Peaches. Edward Teach Peach Wheat. What you got over there? Magners. Got that back in. For those of you that were asking for Magners, it is back. I had to hunt it down, actually. It didn't change distributorship.
Yeah, it's not my absolute favorite cider, but it's a solid, easy drinker.
It's Irish.
It's kind of watery, honestly, but pretty solid.
It's an Irish cider. People say, what is that, like an English cider? It's an Irish cider.
Why do I hear...
Because Matt came in and he left again.
Okay.
If you thought that noise was the Cubs scoring, it is not.
That'll be very quiet.
Let you know.
And what are you drinking over there?
I'm
Nick,
a company
for your palate
man
cleanser?
tonight. Yeah, so...
Master Flex.
Yeah, I think I did this correct. Good, I didn't screw this up. Yeah, I got the Merckmaster Flax, which is funny because I used to have the album 60 Minutes of Funkmaster Flax. It was like really fun. He took all like the different pop stuff, melded it together into one album. Kind of makes me wonder if this is like every hazy I've tasted in the last year and just crammed together in a...
How are you doing this?
You can't. It would just taste like orange juice and beer.
It would taste like orange juice. There you go.
Yeah.
Just like
when I had it, I thought
Almost tastes like a brass monkey.
just
I'll
like
give it to
every
you.
other.
brass monkey, that funky, and
All
that's
right.
as much as we can do with that.
That's right. So we are.
Excuse me.
I know I've got a rosé over there. What do you guys got?
I got more of the same.
You got more rosé?
I guess we'll go with mine first.
Oh, wow. Somebody had to do it.
Whoa, yeah, that was one that only 30 minutes of chugging cider and chatting about useless stuff could accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty burpy as well.
Hey, it might have been, how I had to hold my air in while I was singing. That was, yeah.
Yeah, our rendition of Eastbound.
Was that
and Down.
earlier?
Yeah.
You were sucking it in?
I was...
That when...
Holding it while I was...
Was that when we delivered the French vanilla order?
No.
Okay.
So we are, yeah. Well, Rob is
By
on
the
his way to
way-
becoming an opera singer.
By the way, I am not an opera singer. However, I did stay at Holiday Inn Express.
And that is not a dated reference at all.
Wow. Wow.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express list.
Can you hear me now?
And I will tell you that our
Jesus.
our French vanilla person has not checked in yet. So
So I'm not in trouble for that joke.
yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it could
She
be
did
on.
say she's a YouTube watcher.
She was.
Oh
on
no,
Instagram.
we dropped a pronoun. Uh-oh. Oh.
It was a YouTube watcher. It
Yeah.
was a-
So
That's
first
that's
up,
kind of backpedaling there. That was
first up, we're going to be going with Noda Brewing's Sammy's.
the 27-year-old.
So, by the way, happy birthday goes out to one of our regulars.
That's
I won't
right.
actually mention the
That's-
name on air.
That's
Happy
what we're...
birthday. She turned 27 today.
He dropped the pronoun again.
Yeah.
So,
The viewer-
Sammy's, when I ordered this, I thought for sure it was a...
Double IPA with
Double
a high
IPA,
ABV.
yeah.
So we both got duped on this one. That's not what this is.
I just... If you were the distributor who gave us this beer, I need you to stop doing bait and switch on Rob. It's getting really annoying.
I don't know that they did bait and switch on me, other than the fact that I just read the name and didn't get any further.
Were you drinking wine at the time?
No, I don't think I was. Was I, Josh?
No.
No, it was during the middle of the day. Now, that's
Yeah.
not saying anything, but it's just...
So this is a blonde ale done
All right,
with
not blaming
coconut
anyone.
and cocoa nibs.
Coconut and...
Is that what it
Blonde
says?
ale brew with coconut and cocoa nibs. You're exactly right. 1 pint, 4.8%, and $14.50. No, I'm sorry. That's a dollar sign that just
Didn't we-
faded away. $4 even.
Didn't we already do Coco Loco from them? And that's like a dark beer porter with coconuts and
This
coconut.
is supposed to taste like a childhood favorite cookie. I believe.
It's kind of got like a star
Oh,
shape.
this is supposed to be one of those
It's the
Girl
little
Scout type things.
No,
isn't
I don't
it?
know if it's a Girl Scout thing, but I think it's supposed to taste like the little white and black sandwich
Duplex.
cookies with the cream in the middle.
Duplex cookies.
Yeah, like the knockoff brand sandwich cookies.
At the Jewel Osco, where I grew up.
Store brand. Yeah.
Yeah, that was those
They
are
even
called
have
duplex
they even have
cookies.
like the scallop shape on the edges.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to all this guy.
Smells funny.
It's blonde ale. I'm not getting much on the nose, but it does have a little funk to it.
It's
Little,
really yeasty.
I was gonna say, to me, it's a little petroleum coming through, but maybe not. Maybe more.
Yeah, I get the yeast on top of like bread yeast.
Ooh, going back into it, I'm actually digging out some cocoa.
Like
Like
more I go back to, I'm getting like the sandwich cookie smell.
Yeah, cocoa buried in the cookie vanilla.
I think I got to get some foam going here and then. Yeah, actually, when you get it to bubble up, the smell is a little sweeter and not like that sour yeasty smell.
Yeah. I
Kinda
mean,
gets
it's
the
a pretty
sugars to
color
break
though. I mean,
loose.
it's definitely a blonde ale.
Yeah, that's Belgian style. I mean, even just the way you and I were able to just kind of toss this around and get a little foam going.
Coconut's coming
Very
through on
characteristic
the
of Belgium.
palate. I'm getting coconut on palate.
Nice thin texture. It's not really like huge and sticky.
It's definitely a blonde. I mean, it fits right in that mid range. It's not.
What does
big
it say
hoppy,
about
it's
nuts? Is there another? Just coconut, huh?
not coconut, yeah.
No almond or nothing in there? Huh.
Coconut's all right for you?
We'll find out. We will definitely find out.
Good God.
Melanogaster.
He's already
The planet is one less Melanogaster. Did you see that?
He's already hallucinating. So maybe the coconut is not good for him.
Nick's seeing stuff. But I mean, isn't that every day?
That was a red fly. I see stuff every day. That's true.
That was a Russian fly?
Granted, if I have your ear for a second, you will get to see it too.
What, a red fly?
Yeah, actually, it's the double recessive trait in the actual fruit fly, Melanogaster, Drosophila melanogaster, is to be red body and bent wing. Makes you highly visible, and you can't fly very fast. However, the bent wing creates this. I don't know. It traps moisture in a way, but whatever. So they can always keep moisture on them. We bred fruit flies at my college to look for recessive traits.
I was seeing maybe one through my
Now,
mouth.
if I was ever wondering of an effective use of tax money,
It was state school.
Did you put them in little harnesses and run them on a treadmill?
I took one home and froze it. I
fruit
froze
fly.
it with liquid nitrogen and then brought it home and tied a leash on it and had it in my fridge. So every time I pulled my White Russian concoction out of the freezer, I had a fruit fly to play with. No, Rob, I didn't take lab equipment home with me. Come on.
No,
This was state school. That equates theft.
But at the lab, did you put it in a little harness and have it run on a treadmill? Like those little shrimp?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I figure if they spend all this money on fruit flies for school experiments.
Rob, not everybody went to quasi-military college.
How
okay?
much does it cost for a fruit fly?
Well, it costs like $43 million to have shrimp run on treadmills.
No, the question is, how much does it cost to
Yeah, but-
isolate the genes and the breeding of a fruit
It
fly? The fruit
doesn't-
fly came free.
Yeah, I was about to say, it doesn't have any, it doesn't cost
So
anything
the
to
beer
get a
is
fruit
kind of
fly.
good, actually. I'm getting about 17% coconut in it.
I could follow that up with like about a 19.5% just coconut. Did you say coconut?
Yeah, I said coconut on the 17%.
Nib. I said coconut. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, with every sip I take, it tastes more and more like the store brand of sandwich cookies that I
What do
would
you,
buy.
what do you
might-
think the
there
actual
might be-
percentage of cookie in
There
there
might be
is?
30% of cookie.
Like, it legit is starting to taste like the knockoff brand of the sandwich cookies.
Which are 50% have
Fruit
the
flies.
dark color and 50% have the white color
Yeah.
on the cookie.
Yep, that's right.
And then like there's like 10% of the cookie's cream, so I'm pretty sure that's 110% cookie.
And yeah, I mean, you know, we're only looking at like a 5% hop ratio here.
So you
And,
factor
like-
that ratio to the cookies to hops.
But,
it's like
like,
pretty
what is it,
severe.
like a 17% palm oil in the cookie? So
Yeah, that you got to factor in like a little like diminution rate on the palm oil to the hop oil.
yeah, and the 6% shortening.
There you go. There you go. Now you're starting to make some sense.
I got to figure. All in all, that brings the half life of this beer
To 28.5%.
almost exactly the figure I was at, Rob.
I was gonna say 12% of me is really liking this right now.
It's about 26% of me does not know what the hell is going on right now.
80% of me can't catch my breath.
42% of me is trying to figure out what the hell y'all are laughing at.
60% of our viewers are signing off.
That's 100%. Sorry, guys. We're getting back.
I've been reading way too many of Rob's personal posts about statistics lately, so I
Oh
just
my gosh.
kind of got going there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good news, the Cubs are up 1 run. We scored a run here in the top of the 4th.
Even better, we got 2 new viewers after all those percentage points.
Honestly, quoting statistics on the internet is
110% of me is happy about that.
the number one way 100% to gather new viewers.
100% of me is ready to finish this beer.
So,
I drank 100% of that beer sample,
so the
by the
poor
way.
people that are going to watch us on YouTube just missed like a half an hour of why we're already 50% in the bag.
That's a solid way of wording it. I lean more towards 53%, but
Okay. All right, back to it. I gotta collect myself. All right, so this is definitely a blonde ale. It's right there, mid range of between your extreme IPAs and then your extreme dark beers. It's a good mellow right in the middle.
You said
It
it's
does
a
have
Belgian beer?
Belgian beer, yeah. It does have some vanilla notes. I'm getting the coconut.
I
and I'm getting
I
little
dated a
chocolate.
Belgian blonde once.
I got
Bodacious babe she was.
that was a 40% lame joke. I get the cookie and the cream out of this one, you know? I mean, this actually, when I first had this the other day, I think it just wasn't cold enough when I had it.
I 65% agree with you, Josh.
Absolutely. That's over half.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. We've run that one as far as we can run that one. We run that one 230%.
All right, so
Into the ground, absolutely.
I'm supposed to open another beer, I guess.
Or are we doing that, or are
Well-
we doing the rosé first?
Somebody tell me what's going on. 80% of us have no idea what the hell's going on.
I think we lost that about 25% of the show ago.
That's the new name of the episode. The guys get percentile wrong.
It's just not a percentages worth.
Yeah, so if you were tuning in for the 50-year-old guy poorly plays whatever, that's going to be next week's
next week.
episode. Tonight it's the guys get the percentages
We're
wrong.
still working out the musical rights on that.
Alrighty. Are we doing the rosé that I have, or what do you got?
Do we want to do that before or after an IPA?
Ooh, let's do that before.
Okay. So bottle opener? Bottle. Okay.
Wine key, wine key.
Thank you, Mr. Producer, because Mr. Producer was like, "Hey, you're gonna need one of these, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yes, we definitely are."
Yeah, I feel like.
What was that?
100% of me predicted that before the show.
What just happened?
Wow.
Careful, how much? We're gonna have to get a.
Was that a fiercely
They call it a
aggressive burp?
windscreen, but I feel like my microphone just got really sad over
I
there.
feel like I'm the king of the jungle now.
That was like a death roar. I don't know.
Yeah, like when the
It's
the spirits like crawled
It's
out.
like
of
your
him.
last breath before you go berserker mode. You know, like I am Zool.
Spirits crawl out.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting loose tonight, guys. I hope you are too.
Where's my death whistle when I need it?
I don't know. I was still waiting for like Rob texted me Sunday. We were having a great day, and he's like, you doing all right? I was waiting for me to be like, I don't know, and him just be like, all right, try a sip of wine and get back to work.
No, I was like, do you need me to come up there or not? Because he was cryptically trying to tell me, yes, they have it covered.
Yeah.
And I didn't want cryptic. I just wanted, do you need me to stop doing what I'm doing, put on pants,
The real question
and come
is-
up there and help you out?
Did you want me to stop what I was doing and answer your question?
What time of day was this that you made it to on Sunday without wearing pants?
It was like 10 or something because
No. He thinks he texted.
it actually it was probably
Closer to
11
2.
because you just had that huge hour. It was like $200 hour. Doesn't sound huge to you guys, but unless you make coffee and food for $200,
It was 11 o'clock.
With two
Rob.
people?
I felt like it was about 2 when you texted me.
that's how you keep us busy. You don't, if you want to keep us busy and you order coffee and food, if you want us to like sit back and laugh and play like nothing's going on and just come in and buy beer and wine.
Yeah. We had some of that too.
Speaking of wine, does anybody else want any wine?
Yeah, I'll go for it. I shined up these glasses for something. Oh, you guys didn't miss that, did you? That was pretty good.
Again, so I can't remember if it was last episode or the one before that where I requested that our lovely patrons, donate Beano.
Oh, I thought you were going to say record their own burps. And
Well, I mean, you can do that
Download their
too.
sound
But if you get
samples.
tired of us burping, we do take donations of Beano.
Alrighty.
I'm more of a garlic guy.
The reason we're
You
doing
would
this
be.
one,
You would be.
we have
Just
had
a
this
lot of
before.
prices right. Sorry.
We've had this before.
Oh, that-
This is the new vintage of the Cicada Song Rosé. It's the 2020 vintage. In the past we've been very big fans of it.
I've got one question. Go ahead. I can wait.
You actually, I forgot completely what I was going to say. So
Is
your
there
question-
gamay?
Is there what?
Is there gamay in this?
Um,
That's all I want to know. Because does it describe the?
No, there is no.
You're
However-
making me crazy.
However, I guarantee you that you will not guess the grapes in this.
Wow, this is fun. This is well. Should we describe our way into knowing what the grapes are rather than letting Rob just tell us what the label says?
I'll limit it down. There's only 2 grapes in here.
Nice. Just the blend of floral on fruit. I just want to point that out. It's very nice with this wine. The nose invited me in pretty quick. It definitely tells me that it's a mature rosé, that this is not just some weird sweet pink stuff.
And I'm going to say that the reason we like this in the past so much is because of the grapes used. It is unique.
Actually,
Is it Movedra?
Nope.
the more he's teasing me, I'm kind of leaning towards like Rob's favorite Portuguese grapes.
It's not Portuguese, it's French.
It's the kind of it is a French.
It is.
Okay.
Cote de Provence, right?
A
The
little lavender note on it would make me think it's a provincial, but I'm not convinced.
So they have Var on here, but they say it's a wine of France.
I thought it was a Cote de Provence.
I thought it was too in the past, but I don't think this.
We were
actually
looking
is
at the
pulling-
Sable today, next to the
Is it
other.
Senso?
It is not Senso. You're really going to have to get obscure to get these grapes.
Wow.
And like I said, I'm willing to bet that because
It's not Simeon.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it gets more obscure than Simeon, I give up.
unless I read it, I would have picked them. Which I've had them before. I have had them.
Do you know why I asked about the Gamay?
So it's 20% roll, ROLLE,
Oh, we did have that in something else.
and 80% Tiburon,
Tiburon.
TIBOUREN.
Tiburon.
Well, those are
That's
some
what I said.
obscure varietals.
You would not.
This
But
tastes.
I do know why you asked if there was Gamay in there. I mean, it's coming
this
through on the nose.
classic,
Like,
like,
This
bubblegummy.
tastes like
Yeah.
a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
This is really fun for people who love fruit and wine, but still want dry wine. I mean,
And it's not sweet, but it's like the essence of a Jolly Rancher on the finish, but minus the sugar.
yeah, the flavors are there.
and
The floral notes on the nose are fun. Picking that apart.
If you've never had Cicada's song, this would be the year to have it. They're getting ready to pop out of the ground here any week now.
What's I also had the previous vintages of this, and I don't remember them being as standout as this because I mean, the watermelon is strong with this one,
Yeah, and I get the bubble gum on the nose.
and strawberry too.
strawberry. Yeah, that's why he asked if it had Gamay, instantly thinking the Big League Chew.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of really cool flavors. In this.
Maybe Tiburon is a relative of Gamay.
Aren't all grapes relative of each other?
I guess so, but I mean, maybe closer
So
than
it's
not.
an IGP. It is actually recognized IGP.
And VAR is a designation I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be an abbreviation for variant or varietals or something
Something
like.
that, yeah.
There's really not too much information other than it does tell you it's IGP VAR, rosé wine, 2020, 80% Tiburon, and 20% Rolle. Which is probably roll. Rob's right because it's a double L and no accent over the E, so that would be a roll.
But I'm going to tell you,
Mediterranean land. So yes, like Josh said, this is gonna probably share a little more in common with a provincial.
I agree. And years past, I think it did clearly say Provence on it.
I'm pretty sure this is still Côte de Provence, but maybe Var is like a specific region of the Côte de Provence.
I'm wondering, especially IGP is sometimes like recognized as micro region, smaller regions within.
Also, the acidity reminds me of some Italian wines as well.
Yeah.
There's a name on the back of it that actually, even though it's French production, there was a proper name on it that was a little more of an Italian name.
Which just yields the Provençalian,
Yeah.
Provençal like kind of feel.
Provençal protocol.
Provençal protocol, yeah. You're almost to Monaco
Did
at
you
that
see
point,
that?
right?
I didn't want to get into
Or
trying to
is it
pronounce
Monaco? Is it Monaco where
Monaco, yeah. So French Riviera kind of tumbles right down, and then Monaco is like where the mountain itself, where
that's
the
where
spine of
that's where the
Alps
big casino is,
hits
right?
hits the sea, and there's that port.
What's the
there.
city name?
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, yeah, is in Monaco. Right there on the there in between.
Yeah, that's
Right
where
there
all
on
the
the
James
coast of
Bond,
France and Italy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Casino Royale and all that.
And they have like the Grand Prix and shit down there.
I love watching that every Memorial Day. I hope they run that this year. That'd be so great. Isn't that funny that shows up on our Memorial Day and it's just like, oh, whatever. It's Grand Prix Day.
That's what you watch first thing in the morning.
Yes.
There's 3 races Memorial Day.
I'm usually so hungover during that I'm like, how are they doing this?
Yeah.
Dude,
There's,
you know,
there's 3 races Memorial Day. It's the Grand Prix Monte Carlo. Then you do the not the Daytona, the Indianapolis 500.
Yes, sir.
And then you go
And
to
the night race.
The night race is the Coca-Cola 600.
yeah,
something?
Yeah.
NASCAR is cool and all, but
thought
the
it-
Grand Prix scares me when I watch it.
Remember when they first tried to do the
Because-
Brickyard after the
because you always have like supervillains showing up in the middle of it, and
No,
slicing cars.
no. The reason why it scares me is they turn both directions.
And then you have like supervillains, big electric whips, slicing cars in half.
Well, and they also
Luckily-
turn left and right at the Grand Prix.
Luckily,
It would
Tony
be
Stark shows
surprising
up in
to
his-
know
in
which
his
are the more
limo.
dangerous turns.
Luckily, Tony Stark shows up in his limo and
Yeah.
puts on his magic suit.
Right there at that big left. Yeah.
There's the big right.
Well, that's what they called it in Europe.
'Cause
They drive on the
backwards.
wrong side of the road. Yeah. Anyone who wants to fact check this episode, I recommend
Please
just
don't.
getting a hobby or just getting employed instead.
Getting out of the because fact checking. This is going to be so full of.
And by the way, Nick and Josh would like to just invite you that if you're listening to this and you think this is fun and you want to know what we do at the shop, come on down and ask us about opportunities to join our team. Because, yeah, the office is actually looking for a barista. And if you think you're that person who likes beer and wine, wants to learn how to make coffee, doesn't mind rolling up a rat, come see us. It's real easy to do.
Hold up.
Tell-
Rolling up a rap.
Tell him Rob sent you because Nick's fishing for the $50 bonus.
That's right. I did tip my cap to Josh at the beginning of that. And so if we find
Which
two
disqualifies
employees,
both of us from it.
That's
So.
right.
But rolling up raps makes me think of college.
So
that's
I'm getting
kind of the feel I was going for there.
I'm getting really nice like creamy strawberry on the nose on this.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, the strawberry actually is a great note here. Almost strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
Like I love the way strawberries taste. Do you guys ever do this? I know this is like sacrilege for fresh fruit lovers and tasters, but when you roll it in sugar, it just changes slightly the flavor of the strawberry.
Yeah, because strawberry's got this acid bitterness to it that
And so I even
Just-
knew people who would bite a
right before
strawberry,
you get-
And tartness.
dip
right
it in
before you get
sugar,
the sugar
and
the-
then
the
shake
sweetness
the
of
sugar
strawberry,
off.
There's like
Oh, what's the first thing you do when you cook the strawberries in dessert? You put sugar in it.
yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting sugar in your fruit. That's
So
what you want to do.
To me, the reflection of the strawberry is a slightly like overripe strawberry or like a sugared up strawberry. Not in the sense that this is sweet, but in the way that it changes the dynamic of that flavor.
Oh, yeah. This is a really nice rosé.
Yeah, I'm glad I pulled
I'm
this
actually, yeah, I'm.
because this is definitely one I can. We'll reorder this. I can see it. We'll
And
recommend this all
we
summer
also finally got it on the shelf.
long.
Yeah,
we'll-
it's
we'll
nice to
recommend
have it
this-
back.
We'll recommend this all summer long, and we will.
Is this a year of cicadas in this
It is.
area?
It
is.
too. Yeah.
And
just-
now, what's the price point on this one, Rob?
Now it is $24,
Yeah.
that explains all that kind of maturity and flavor we were getting.
but if you're looking for a rosé, you got some friends coming over that you haven't seen in a while, and you're just going to sit on the porch and have a wine before dinner or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
This is it. This is a perfect summer wine. This is nice. I'm very pleased with this.
This is a rosé on the level where I feel like it'd be hard for anyone to have an issue with this. Like, it's ultimately approachable.
I'm actually, I would like to just second that note that there's a lot of people who white wine is not ultimately for them. But they're like intimidated and rightly so. Red wine can really just be a little bit of a roadblock when you're first getting into it. And for people who want to learn about wine and they're looking for a way to gain palate, can I
Chris.
just say, start trying rosé.
Yeah.
And Cicada Song and some nice
Not
French blends like
cheap
this.
white Zinfandel. That's like the opposite of the rosé
That's-
you want to be going.
Yeah, I'm talking about getting into true blending. Just go see the top end of these techniques.
Yeah, if you're watching the show and you want to know why you shouldn't drink white Zinfandel, just come into the shop, find me one day. I will give you about a 5-minute diatribe on why it's bad for you.
I will just
not
kind
lying.
of side note.
He's
I
not
like
lying.
Rob's invite there. I really do, and I've taken that course. That rosé offers for a very nice price. It offers some of the best techniques in winemaking. And so people always go, well, rosé is just the spillover from whatever they didn't use in vintage. There are wineries that specifically are only out there in the game of rosé, and they're thinking about how to create these flavors years in advance.
I'm going to tell you if it's a real winery, rosé is not a spillover.
Yeah,
They're
this is an
going after.
intention.
This is
Intention at its finest with wine.
The other problem, I was actually reading an article about this in Wine Enthusiast the other day about celebrities and rosés, because apparently every celebrity has a rosé
Sure.
line now.
There are a couple very famous female actresses that, well, I guess if they're going to be actresses,
And
they'll be female.
some of them are good, and a lot of them are really bad.
Acting or
Well, no,
Not just
we'll get
actors.
beyond their acting talent, but I mean, there's a couple I can think of two offhand that are really good, and they follow. I mean, they have taken their courses and they follow their winemakers around the winery.
They've more or less leased their name to a really good winemaker instead of directing the course of the wine.
Yeah.
Because celebrities, for the most part, really don't know anything about winemaking because they're probably actors.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of them out there that just aren't good. And so you get like this weird kind of like, should I like this? Is this okay? But there are some really good celebrity rosés out there.
It's kind of like when they collaborate with a band on making a tribute beer. Bear with me.
beer with him.
It's one of those things where, yes, they're beer drinkers, but they know how to play an instrument. They know nothing about how to make a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation. These are actors. They like drinking wine, but they know nothing about the winemaking process.
And some of them have truly found really good winemakers to help them craft really cool wine.
That's right.
And some of them, well,
Some
maybe
of
they
them-
had a few glasses of rosé at the party when they signed
Some
on.
of them literally get hired for their inability to smile. And why these are like great salespeople, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
if you're gonna sell wine, you should.
I
Long
think-
story
it's
short,
about-
I think we should try the next beer.
I think it's about time we moved on to the next beer.
Just wanted to give a shout out to Rose
Holy
Mancion,
cow. I know it's time for us to move on.
Mancion Rose in New
we
York
been
City.
talking that
Tyler,
long?
good
It's-
work.
we're half
Keeping
an hour
the
in.
world of Rose.
Oh, word.
It just feels like we've been talking for an hour.
It felt long.
I wonder why.
I was hoping that you all thought it looked as long as I felt, but that's just the breaks of the world.
What?
What? Yes.
The episode.
No.
What?
Maybe.
Huh?
See ya.
What?
See ya.
Okay.
40% of me doesn't understand that.
Yeah, 60% of you still laughed at the joke. So we know Josh is all there. Oh man, this is I told you I'm a company man. Here you go, Nick from Bills. I got you covered, buddy.
That's NICH from Bills.
Niche.
Niche for Bills. Otherwise, my brother just thought I said I was coming home. Yeah, he knows better than that.
So,
No, I'm good.
Shout out to that guy. He put in a hard day's work.
speaking of Bills, this is Bill's Front Porch Brewery.
Yeah, we still haven't seen that taster pack we requested in the beer lobby of the local grocery store.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've seen less of the taster packs than everybody else, apparently.
Oh, you're talking about the tasting pack he showed
Just
up with
doesn't
in Lowe's?
remember. Yeah.
No, I remember that
yeah.
one in Lowe's.
Yeah, he showed up with that, but it didn't make its way here. Yeah,
All right,
that's the
so
problem.
am I reading this right? Is this coming across as $4 a pint?
That's $5.
$5 a pint. Okay. It's very, very difficult to see because it's been sitting nice for so long.
Should say 5.
Well,
Did I get my chair to creak enough there? I really was going for a chair to creak there.
So again, this is from Bill's Front Porch. This is the brewery for Bill's Backyard, the volleyball place in Wilmington.
It's also a collaborative brew, Rob.
It is.
With White Elephant Brewing out of somewhere
Where are they from?
near the Virginia line.
We couldn't figure out if it was Mount Airy or what.
Because they just
Kind
say
of looks
White
like
Elephant.
like
but
the
they don't-
star they put on the map looks
Oh,
like
they
it's literally
put the-
Pilot Mountain.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
They-
the latitude and all that.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere up near the line.
Yeah, way to go, Bills. 'Cause that's what they do.
what's
They-
the
that's
It
actual
like-
looks like
town?
it's north of. It looks like it's north of Wake Forest.
what was that, Danville?
That's exactly what I was going to say. We should show this to
To Christina. That's
no,
like where she's from.
We should show this to Mike Van Allen.
Oh,
from
really?
Van Allen Bakes, because
Well,
he
you
is
know-
from Danville.
Oh my God, I heard them talking about
Yeah,
this for
'cause
like
Christina's
50
from what?
minutes one day, and I
Christina's from
couldn't
what,
take a whole
Bridgelina?
hour. So I spent the next 10 minutes outside. So
All right, so this is South Side of the Sky from Bills and White Elephant. It's the collab. We like Bills here. We have several of their products. We are going to have them on draft this Friday. We're getting a West Coast IPA from, not the hazy.
They used a filter.
They used a filter. They actually didn't make a sacrilegious West Coast. Well, yeah, they did
it
make a
cold
sacrilegious
filtered?
West Coast, but it's in the can. Anyway, this
miss
is the
cold
South Side of the
filtered beer.
Sky. This is
Makes me want to make an IPA where I'm going to name it I used a filter.
This is 7.4% ABV for $5, a 60-ounce pint.
guys, this thing looks like grapefruit juice.
Oh, I was going to say, is this in New England? Yes, it is.
Look at this. It looks like a ghost.
Oh, you couldn't tell.
Drank my beer, then
I
took
couldn't tell by the smell. I
a
couldn't
pee
tell
and
by
put
the...
it back in the glass.
So, I'm going to...
Smells like New England. Looks like New England.
That is grapefruit pith. I smell.
I'm going to say right off, as much as I like Bills, they do the style well because they make it just like every other New England IPA.
Well, that's right. I mean, I've got their hazy, the Merkmaster in front of me, and look at that.
I do remember Nick talking to me about some kind of technique they use to make sure that the bucolic acid doesn't get out there at the forefront. Sometimes we do the unfiltered, the bucolic, which is the vomit aspect of.
Did they add
kind of hops.
some type of mallow to this?
I don't think they did any kind of mallow to it. It's
Everything you just said reminded me of pizza and beer in college. Well,
I
the morning
legit
after.
just think it's
and
an
during the seminar.
unfiltered IPA that they just managed to do right. Like this tastes closer to the stuff from New England than I've had from other local.
All right, well,
areas.
let me
Yeah,
get the rosé off.
It
my
has a
palate.
haze in there, but I don't taste this downright milkiness. Well, I'm kind of getting a little.
Well, a lot of people put lactose in there to keep the cloud and get this thick mouthfeel.
Yeah.
There's no lactose in this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going with on the.
I do
mallow.
know they're big fans of the oat
I
flake.
knew what you were talking
I was
about.
I was crossing a wine reference over to beer. Which,
I figured that. I just didn't correct you because that's
Yeah.
inappropriate and rude.
no, that's fine.
Am I
And
correct?
Actually, I would have appreciated if you would have corrected just so we could show the difference between winemaking. It's malolactic fermentation
Versus
in wine.
lactose additions in beer.
Yeah.
Lactose is a non-fermentable sugar. Only a few strains of yeast can ferment lactose, hence why people add it, because it's left over after fermentation. Milk stouts would be the number one style that you'd find lactose in, but other people add it just because it gives a creamier.
It's a
mouthfeel.
disaccharide. It's a complex sugar, it has a complex bond, and the yeast won't chew it.
Now, when you go into sour beer, Brettanomyces can digest lactose.
Yeah. Brett never stops eating.
Brett will literally eat every form of sugar until there's nothing left, and then it'll die and get bubbly.
That's why they don't put it in a wood cask, right?
No, bread is always in a wood because
Because it
bread
eats the wood.
It'll
It
just
won't-
keep.
it won't eat the wood because the cellulose will be intact. Cellulose isn't exactly a sugar.
It can, if it penetrates into the wood, it could potentially eat the parts of the tree that were left with xylem phloem, still have the sugars in it, but it won't dissolve the cellulose, so the wood will still hold structure, so it can draw the fluids of the wood into the liquid.
And basically, what happens when you put any kind of beverage in wood is, also the sap of the wood is fermentable by most strains of yeast. So that hence you have fermented beverages seeping into the wood and adopting the flavor because wood's also porous.
That's how the tannins and such then seep in.
Boom, science.
Science.
But that gets back to why Josh and I are
Blinded me with
fans
science.
of tight bonds and sugars
Blinded me with science.
versus double bonds. So brewing with disaccharides is tough.
I can just hear that in my head now.
Especially when you get
Thomas
into the
told me, thank
lacto
you.
chain versus your sucrose chain.
Science.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, honestly, I just have Thomas Dolby in my head right now.
Exactly. I'm still Wang Chunging over here.
Wang Chung.
Everybody Wang Chung.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Oh, I was doing like, have we danced? Holidays.
Jesus Christ. I will say, I do really like this beer.
You know, it's, it's
for
New England
for,
IPA.
For a New England IPA, I mean, this is a solid example of a New England.
1-0 Cubs in the top.
I mean,
of
I'm
the
not gonna
sixth.
I'm not gonna go huge on it. I do like Bills, so I'm leaning
Uh-oh.
towards
Are we
liking
2-0?
this better.
Are we about to go 2-0? No.
But it's a New England. I've had 20 New England IPAs this year, and it's the 4th month of the year.
It seriously,
Yeah.
can people
Sorry
just
about that,
start
Rob.
using the damn filter?
I wonder if anybody other than West Coast people remember how to filter an IPA.
Look, I
Or,
get it.
or if the filters just got so expensive that they didn't come across the.
Or maybe they're afraid of buying diatomaceous earth to use as plates in their filter because they think it's bad for the environment. Come on, nobody's doing anything with ground up trilobites anyway.
It's true. And by the way,
Seriously, just
getting
put-
diatomaceous earth out of the water runoff, freshwater and brackish runoff is actually advantageous environmentally.
Yeah,
so.
we need to use DE, and we're not filtering stuff, and now we're causing an environmental problem because we're not filtering things. Please filter.
Yes. For the environment. Make the beer right.
That's right. Reusable industrial waste is industrial products.
Yeah. Trilobites, dude.
Okay.
They're much better than troglodytes. That one thing I can tell you.
I met a troglodyte once.
Man, those guys are in the sewers and
I'm pretty sure
they will
those.
sneak up on you
I thought you
and
were
tap you on your left shoulder. They will never tap you on the right. It's always on the left.
I thought you were talking about chuds.
And the reason they tap you on the left is because you turn that way and they're secretly standing on your right, dude. And so you never see them because they just follow you around in circles. Keep tapping you on the left shoulder. All right, so let's go to the ratings.
We got out there. Rob is officially out there.
Let's get to the ratings.
We didn't even have adult D&D this weekend, which I want to create a new name.
Man, I really...
Can we just drop the "n" from it and just call it adult DD?
How about ADDD?
Adult
Adult-
onset
No, adult.
D&D. That's what we should call it. Adult onset D&D.
No, it's adult Dungeons and Dragons and drinking. Because that's all it ever devolves into.
So,
God.
let's get to our ratings.
First
is-
beer, Sammy's.
Sammy's from Noda.
This
Go
is
ahead,
really
Josh.
weird ad.
All right. This beer. What are you watching?
He's watching the Cubbies game. He's told you that.
There's a tights ad on it.
I know
They're
you were
like
watching
booty
an
dancing.
ad for
It's
leggings.
really weird.
I'm glad Google decided that you needed to see that.
Who messed up our IP here?
Regardless, Sammy's Noda blonde ale with coconut and cocoa nibs.
It sounded Belgian. Sorry, did you hit pause, Rob? Is there a little glitch in the timing?
I'm still waiting.
Oh no, honestly with this
So
one,
are we.
yeah, honestly with this one, the first time I had it a few days ago, wasn't super impressed with it, but this time, really actually worked wonders for me. It really drew my opinion around a little bit. I do enjoy the fact that the finish legit tastes like off-brand sandwich cookies. I don't really know what to call them. Aside
Stale.
from
That's usually what we call them. Stale.
no, well, that's how they get. That's how they get within 8 hours of opening the package. We all know that because they get that weird kind of soft aspect going on to them, and the crunch is gone.
Is this a BB King song, or is this like?
So honestly, how they somehow nailed that little subtle flavor because those things really don't taste like anything anyway, and they nailed like whatever little they taste like. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a solid 1.5.
Can I follow up on that?
I heard lots of littles. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Okay, so I want to follow up just a little on that.
It's like 25% or
Yeah. So
A 30% follow up. Cool.
maybe I just need to do like you did and have another one of these in the next couple days, because my first shot at it, I wasn't all that impressed with it. And so maybe the second time I have it, my palate will open up, and of course, I do have this burn that I'm getting over. Thank you, Josh, on my tongue for cooking what we had last Wednesday, and it's still healing. So that may be a little bit of effect on it.
Did you eat the potatoes this morning too early?
After letting them sit aside for 10 minutes, because
After you heard Ashley
I
scream
heard
out that
Ashley
they were
scream when she put boiling, blazing hot potatoes in her mouth.
Josh apparently thinks because he has leather hands that everyone's palate is made of just cold steel.
Yeah.
Also, I did just pull them out of the oven, so I thought it would go hand in hand that they're pretty hot.
I just pulled them out of the oven.
So my palate still may be recovering as far as the flavor, and it doesn't have a bold flavor. Sorry.
New title, Belching Beer.
So it doesn't have a bold flavor.
New title, A Case for Beano.
Maybe after my palate does heal up a little bit more, I'll get more out of it than what I did.
It was
struggling
really
to pull.
subtle.
Yeah, I was struggling to pull the subtle flavors out. So I'm looking at, what'd you say? One what?
I said 1.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1.1 maybe. And like I said, that may change after I try it again.
I gotta say, it's definitely not my favorite offering from No Dot. Like, I've had a lot of other good
Okay,
beers from
that's
them.
where I can begin.
I've been to
So
the brewery
wait,
and
you said
Noda's
this
got some
is
good stuff.
Noda? Like, this is state-renowned, if not nationally renowned beer that's been
Hop,
basically
Drop, and Roll,
tracked
Hop, Drop, and
in a
Roll
local
won international awards.
international awards for a beer that was still not even distributed widely in the state, let
Until
alone
just
interstate,
recently,
yeah.
and won international awards. And then we're tasting this beer and still trying to figure out if it's beer.
Oh, it's definitely beer.
Sorry, Rob, where'd you put your thumbs?
1.1. 1.1.
That's good, because I don't know if I'm using both my thumbs.
Okay.
I might be sitting on one. And this is no knock to Noda, and no knock to Josh. I really enjoyed the beer. I tasted it the first time with Josh, and I was left with a lackluster feeling. And quite honestly, I'm left with that again. And that actually, there's a good chance that what I'm saying right now is absolutely a compliment to this beer. Because basically, if it tastes like generic duplex cookies that got left out till 4 a.m, and I could go down and wake up during the sleepover, go get my cookies, stale or not, dip them in some milk, and gobble them down without anybody bothering me, then this beer serves its purpose. At 4.8% alcohol, it's barely even. It's barely even a Belgian blonde. Like, it's just barely creeping into the category.
I don't know that it's Belgian. Though.
This is no duh. They should just drop the OD and call it NA beer. Okay, because Belgian beer usually means
I don't think it's Belgian though.
that it has it's a blonde. You're right. Nowhere does it say Belgian beer. It's Belgian beer because everybody's clearly been belching all night.
I don't know if it's this beer though.
I don't know. I might just prefer some GSK or the 4-letter sandwich cookie. I'm not sure that generic Sammys are doing it for me.
4-letter sandwich cookie.
And I'm going to give it a 1.0 because I made it through my sample.
Oh.
Not once, but twice. I'm not sure that it's in my 6-pack.
So you said what on that rating?
1.
Okay. Like I said, I was 1.1. All right, so that's going to bring up the Cicada song because we did do this before the IPA. Again, this is the new vintage. It's the 2020 vintage. A few changes have been made. They
Not really.
were pretty positive. They used to say it was a Provence wine, which now they're labeling it as a VAR, and that is something I definitely need to look up. If that's a new sub-designation in Provence, I definitely want to know about. The grapes are definitely grapes that are not very well known at all. Tiburon and Roll. I've had Roll before. I've never had Tiburon before. I have a feeling that the Tiburon is close to a Gamay, just in the flavor profile that we're getting off of the wine itself, and the nose also. Very pleasing little wine. Rosé this season. This is what you're going to want to drink. It's solid. It is $24 a bottle, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Nice cream, strawberries and cream on the nose that still passes through to the palate. This is just a back porch pounding wine. You have your friends over, you go through a couple bottles of this, and then you get to dinner.
I could eat some mushroom Swiss burgers after this.
Yeah, it's setting you up for a good evening. I'm gonna go 1.7 on this. I liked it a lot.
I'll follow up. Josh is still working a sample. I think he's got a complex statement for us. I really like the availability of the fruit. I like the floral note. That's huge for me in rosé. That is quintessential French rosé. I gotta be able to smell fruit, smell flowers, taste fruit, and with floral and dry. This does that. This does that in a very approachable yet complex way. All the things aforementioned that I said about just new wine drinkers, new people to rosé, try this out. This could be a very great way to get into this world of wine. It's a beautiful label. It's going to share great with friends, and it's also going to pour well with food. I'll throw this thing a 1.6. Sakana song. You have my verse.
There you go.
I'm honestly going to echo you on this one, Rob, with a 1.7.
Nice.
This is a really good rosé, and the price point, while seeming expensive, is not for rosé of this quality at all.
Not for this quality. You're exactly right.
Absolutely. No, this is like right on par with what you should be expecting with the $20 to $30 range of rosé, flavor wise and all that. I can't give it like a higher rating because I reserve those typically for Tavels. Mm-hmm. If I'm really going to dive into rosés, and until we get a Tavel in here, this is probably what I would drink rosé style.
Sure.
Here, I do love rosés. I'm just really picky about the rosés I drink.
And the caveat on the Tavel is, if we have people requesting it, we will get more. We had one in the beginning,
And I think I drank all of it.
Yeah, it took a long because they're pricier.
I mean, they're not cheap rosé. They're really good. It's just, if you don't know what you're getting and you see a $30 to $40 price tag on a rosé, you're like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
Double
just
play at home.
Hey.
all right.
Okay.
You're talking.
I got
baseball.
distracted.
Good-
I
good,
do
Josh.
apologize.
I got
I
him.
thought he was talking to himself, and I realized
Yeah.
he's watching the game.
Yeah, he was nicking out for a minute.
Bags were juiced. This is big time.
He was nicking out for a
Got me
minute.
out at home.
Way worse than my father. No, so solid 1.7. Like, I mean, this is a really good rosé. For what it is, you absolutely should try this if you remotely think you like rosés. Also, if you like fruity flavors but you don't want sweet, or you want to try something different on especially a hot day.
There is a little sweet to it, but it's definitely not.
It's not sugar sweet. It's
No.
all fruit sweet.
Yeah.
Barbecue. I would love to have this with some pulled pork. I would love to have this with kind of like, actually just pork is really what screams out to me.
Yeah.
So here's the thing on that though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I want this with pork with a sweet sauce though.
I did this.
You're talking like
honey-
pineapple pork?
I want like ribs with sticky sauce.
honey glaze
Yeah.
sauce.
Okay.
I want and just because it's going to take this fruit sweet but not sugar sweet, and it's just going to say, here, splash this on top of it because it is good.
Is it Hawaiian style pork?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. The thing is, once you properly glaze up a meat like pork or even chicken, it starts doing this like cooking inside of
Caramelization
itself, and then it caramelizes the outside, and then you don't lose moisture inside. You can extend that cooking time.
And that's a beautiful thing about the Maillard reaction.
It's very nice, and I think Rob's onto something. That this
Well,
is.
I'll tell you right now, with my grill up here at the shop, I'm unfortunately going to have to do some cooking up here this year.
I might have to too.
So we were shopping for our grill yesterday.
I went and looked at my grill is still available,
You went to Walmart in Leland?
but there is
Dude, I'll tell you
there's
what. We
another
were,
one there.
No, we were there.
Josh is about to spin your guys' heads.
No, we were there yesterday, and they have like all these little made up ones inside.
Yep.
Nothing has prices.
Yep.
We tracked some guy down to.
I had to go online to find the price of it.
Were you looking at the Pit Boss?
No, I was looking at the one we've got here, but the Pit Boss one,
You know the one I'm talking
yeah,
about.
the platinum.
I was looking at the KC combo with like the one that you can put the griddle on the right hand side. Take that one
The
off.
funny thing is, mine here has a griddle. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, well, you need to bring that up here.
It's here. It's hanging.
Yeah, so the Pit Boss had like the little convertible griddle and everything and all that. Now, what I was really interested in was the gas powered griddle outside with the 2 gas burners. Out in the patio, there was the 28-inch griddle with the 2 gas burners.
I didn't go outside.
Yeah, so there was a 28-inch griddle with 2 gas burners and
I-
air fryers underneath.
I told you Josh had some itching topics he wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. We just got
They
it.
used to call them hot
Uh,
boxes, but they've stepped
yeah.
that up.
We
They're now air fryers.
just
Now,
got, we just
on
got
the-
into
on the
it.
So
inside-
cornbread muffins,
on
we
the
just got
in-
these.
Now, on the inside,
cooking orgasms.
yeah,
here.
on the inside, they had the
guys are
36-inch.
just
They had the 36-inch gas-powered griddle with 3 air fryers underneath it, with individual temp control, so you could use 2 as warming cabinets and one to actually air fry.
So
Yeah.
the Pit Boss had that platinum that had the similar setup of what I've got.
Mm-hmm.
It has a smoker, the gas
That's one.
grill, and then the gas
That's
burner
2.
on the side. And then right next to
And
it, they had the smoking
3.
cabinet.
That's a 3-run.
You talking about the
double
one that's the Cuisinart
from
with the
Rose.
doors that open up?
Yeah, it just
Dude, that one's great because you had like
Apparently
the grill
we had
underneath,
the DH in left field.
and you had the smoke. Oh yeah, dude. No, I know.
Oh wait a minute. I'm sorry. We just way got off.
Yeah,
We got to finish these reviews. We got one more to review. I think. Did you actually? You never got to the cicada, did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One what?
It was
1-6?
1-6. He went
1-7,
1-7.
Yeah.
So now
sorry,
that brings us.
Rob and I were having a grill gasm together.
It might have been my fault for trying to watch the Cubs,
Man.
and Cubs and grilling goes hand in hand. So, plus it's the brew crew. So,
If anyone
gonna tell you,
wonder,
yeah.
if you wonder what I dream about at night, it's a grill.
I'm going to tell you right now. Kelly knows nothing gets me more excited than the grill. She's going to watch this
I
later.
just got the most.
She's going to watch this later, and we're
Kelly,
gonna,
I can't blink enough. It won't leave my eyes.
We're gonna. I'm gonna be in trouble.
Ain't
for
nothing
that.
like fapping to a grill.
I'm gonna be in trouble for that one. So we're moving on to the south side of the sky. Nick, start us off.
Is south side of the sky? I thought it was, at first I thought it was a reference to Chicago and the Skyway, but then nobody would actually do an homage beer to like the entire south side of Chicago. So
Especially from North Carolina.
like someone tried, it was Miller Lite. They built a ballpark and sold it to a cell phone company.
Yeah. The south side,
so-
we all know south side sucks.
So what am I getting to here is that the south side of sky is Earth. So actually, this is something down to Earth, and what it is it's one of the best southern representations from a local brewery of the true to form New England IPA we've seen yet. It just is that grapefruit pith with that little bit of OJ, with that true haze on top of just a nice bitter IPA. It's very palatable. It's very friendly. It's great format. The price is even kind of friendly.
$5.
Kind of friendly. It's cheaper than a poured pint.
Okay.
That's
All
my
right.
goal. I want to see a 16-ounce can needs to be just under that poured pint price because
All right. What's your rating?
I'll call it a personal keg can. At this beer, I'm just straight 1.5. And I'm gonna blame a lackluster rating for this. I know 1.5 seems great. There's nothing objectable about this beer. I'm just not gonna tip the scales on this because, quite honestly, I'm so freaking burnt out on New England NEPA hazy.
All right. Cutting you off because we are running
We
up
know
on
that,
time.
yeah.
We're running up on time. So Josh and I were exchanging looks while you're talking. Josh, I'm going to let you go for it, and I think I'm going to echo your
Hold on,
rating.
let me pick my eye a little bit.
Get in there.
I'm gonna give it a 1.1.
Yes.
I mean, it's not bad. Have I been drinking a lot of them lately? Yes. The reason why I'm drinking a lot of them is because it's one of any number of New England IPAs
We're trying to finish this up.
in the fridge. You know, so am I gonna drink this New England, or I'm gonna drink that New England, or I'm gonna drink that New England? I don't think this is in any way, shape, or form a bad beer. It's just hard for me to give a good rating to New England IPAs nowadays because I'm just so over it.
Yep.
Echoing the same sentiment here, I've also had Heady Topper, and that one's actually that good. And any of these hazies we've had have yet to compare to that.
So 1-1.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow Josh on that 1-1. Straight up, just what he said. We've had so many New England IPAs, this just doesn't stand out. Bills, I love you. Always have, always will.
It's a good beer.
It's a good beer, but it's in the middle of the pack. We have how many New England IPAs in the cooler?
Too many.
Too many. I wish people would stop doing them. But you know what? They sell.
I know. Well, please, brewers, remember what Diet Spacious Earth is.
So
Buy the plates. Use
So
the filters.
1-1.
Just cold filter is an option.
It's a $5 pint.
should run
1-1.
it through
It's
the-
a collab with White Elephant Brewing.
Drop that color.
And on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and sign out. We have been running a solid hour.
Yeah.
And guys, you have a good night. It feels like we've been talking for an hour and a half, but Josh has got something really quick to say.
Oh, yeah. If you are watching us on YouTube and not watching us currently live on Facebook, please do remember that we like sandwiches. And if you feel so inclined to bring us a BLT or a hamburger during the week, we're never going to get upset about that.
That's right.
Also,
Chicken
well,
sandwiches.
Nick really prefers chicken sandwiches.
I like
Please do
BLTs.
remember to leave the mayonnaise off if you bring it for Nick.
Thank you.
Mayonnaise and Nick don't agree.
Give me a BLT, no mayonnaise, too. I like that way.
I smother mine with mayonnaise and we'll call it
Dip
good.
it in hot sauce. Call it.
Also, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you have any questions or like what we're doing, or if you don't like us, I mean, we'll take hate talk too. I mean, any speak is good speak the way we see it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe below. We appreciate your input, even if you hate us.
Gives me a chance to totally ignore you.
You called it hate talk.
All right,
Yeah,
so guys, on that note, we're going to get out of here. We had a really fun night tonight.
True story.
If you happen to join us at the 8 o'clock hour, when we just spent a half an hour on Facebook Live just BSing and having a good time, lucky you. If not, then you watch us on YouTube, and we will see you later.
Also, rest in peace, Prince.